Alright, so this video is going to talk about writing conclusions. So if you watch the introductions video, you'll see that I'm in the same spot, okay? I'm on the class website, writing an opinion and argument, go past the level page, and then where it says writing 3:14:16, this has the phrases that we're using. All I did was I clicked over until I got to slide 7. So you'll just kind of click until you get to slide 7. It says ways to end an essay. Now these phrases are phrases that you could use if you wanted to end your essay in a powerful way. Just like when we make introductions, a conclusion is what we write whenever we want to end our essay and make people go, wow, I really liked reading this. And if we're trying to persuade people, then we might be trying to get them to realize something that we realize. We want them to feel the way that we feel about something. So what I'm going to do, since my essay is about my dad, I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'm going to make a conclusion that talks about my dad being my number one fan, and I'm going to try to do this using one of the phrases on the website. There's a lot of ways that you can do this, okay? So when I take a look at this, you know what? I'm just going to start with this one. This one's pretty easy to use. I realize that. So maybe I'll start by saying, I realize, okay, I realize that my dad has always been around to encourage me. I hope that I can continue to encourage others the same way he encouraged me throughout my life. Now this isn't, it doesn't have to be something that is very difficult for you to do, but I think the reason a lot of people are asking questions about these conclusions is, Mr. Wade, how many sentences do I need? What all needs to be in it? What your conclusion needs is sentences that give a strong ending to your essay. So if that takes 2 sentences, great. I'm going to make another conclusion, and in this conclusion, I might try to say just a little bit more, maybe just to see what that would feel like, or what that would sound like. So I might try to use, I might try to use this last one. My thesis statement is true. Because this is true, isn't it also true that? So this one's trying to get me to ask a question at the end. Okay, so let me just try it. I'm just going to give it a shot and see if I can do it. Okay, it is true. It is absolutely true that my dad is my number one fan. Let me look back at that phrase again. Because this is true, isn't it also true that that my dad, so I could do a couple of things for this conclusion here. I could either make it about a bunch of people's dads, but since it's about my dad, I probably want it to be just about my dad and not everybody else's dads. So, because this is true, isn't it also true that, you'll notice that I'm taking some time to think about this, okay? And that's okay, this is a part of the writing process. Isn't it also true that he believes in me no matter what? Ooh, and that just made me think of something else I could write. I bet the world would be a much better place if we all learned to be if we all learned to be as enthusiastic and encouraging as my dad. So you'll notice that this one took me a little bit more time to think about. But after I wrote this, or after I kind of repeated it to myself out loud a couple of times, it made me think of another sentence and another. Now this one's a little longer than this one, and that's okay. I would make 3 more of these, and then I would pick, okay, which conclusion is the strongest one that should go into my paper. So that's how you make conclusions. I hope this is helpful. And if you, of course, if you have any more questions, you know where to find me. You know how to get a hold of me. Don't be afraid to try different introductions and conclusions so you can have a strong beginning and an ending to your paper.